Unknown Mother Goose, released in 2017, was Wowaka's last Vocaloid song that he ever released that has resonated with fans all across the world. I want this song to be the first of many deep dive analyses that I do, so that way it gives more of an insight into the songs that we love and know in the Vocaloid sphere. Unknown Mother Goose was released in August 22nd, 2017, and also had a version created by Wowaka's band Hitori. Was released only 2 years prior to Wowaka's untimely passing. If we are to first look into Unknown Mother Goose, it is a song of an immense emotion that Wowaka communicates to the listener. Wowaka starts off by saying, "If I was to express my love, how would it be projected on those eyes? Words are always nothing but excessive. A pure sound streams on until you are smeared entirely with love, but that color is a mirage. All alone when I am engulfed by sound, it is universal delight." This first verse into Unknown Mother Goose describes when we are given a verse in a song that is entirely made of pure love and showering us with that love that we don't really get that often. We always perceive it as a beautiful, comforting feeling, but Wowaka describes it as the color is a mirage, but he describes it as excessive. When you are smeared with love, that is all you know. However, when Wowaka says they're all alone and they're engulfed in sound, it's a universal delight. It is to say that when we feel a song when we are alone, and especially when we are alone, we can really understand what we are feeling, which is showering of love. But it feels a lot different when we are alone. Moving on, Wowaka says, "A livelihood indulging in boring stupefaction. Everyone traces after him. Yet again, I plug up my ears against a repeating reused song. If you are to express your love, will that then be used as your answer? If you're pretending to have your eyes closed, then please open them with this song." When I hear this verse, it describes how people are realistically listening to a song as though we are only following the leader, when realistically a song tells a story. And if you're really going to express your joy and your love for a certain media that you enjoy, such as video games or a movie or even a song, Wowaka says, then please open them with this song. Open up your eyes and really embrace the ideology that you can express yourself in however form you want, because there's no right or wrong answer to what you love and how you feel about it. Wowaka continues to say, "I think of nothing but that story unknown to all. I embrace it, close and danced, shedding tears to the point of almost breaking. If a sentimental argument void of distinction is allowed, then I have a heart seemingly on the verge of breaking apart, that I swallowed back down, unable to even burst into tears. Let me scream that." Wowaka is describing the feeling of anxiety with how much we are weighed down by the expectations of others in life. When we are to, say, get a new job, for example, or even moving into a new home, we are expected by those of our family, whoever it may be that is seen as our family, they have high expectations for us to really understand the responsibilities of owning a home, owning a car, or whatever it may be. And that expectation really does weigh us down. However, if it comes to a hobby that you enjoy or a passion that you want to pursue and people are breaking you down because of it, and you're still embracing it to the point where you are almost ready to break apart, Wowaka is saying to just scream that emotion, express that you are feeling weighed down, to not bottle it up, because when we bottle up our feelings, that is when we are on the verge of breaking apart, as Wowaka describes in this verse. If a sentimental argument void of distinction is allowed, then I have a heart seemingly on the verge of breaking apart. This is fighting with the ones that really don't quite understand why you enjoy what you do in life, and someone is denying you of that. It's okay to express that you want to pursue that, which leads into a very important distinction that Wowaka describes. Even if the world rejects me, right now, I wonder if you won't let me sing a song of love. I wonder if it's okay to try and entrust those feelings, unknown to all, upon this voice one more time. The hesitation that weighs us down with what we want to do with our lives based on the expectations of others? Is it even okay to pursue it, knowing that you could possibly fail and be judged and hurt by others? This is the hesitation that Wowaka speaks of. We often find ourselves in moments where we are trying to make a life-changing decision, whether it's starting up a family or moving on to a different career that you want to do, but it often feels like, will people even accept you for that? Wowaka goes on to say, can you see me? That back that got nothing but junk thrown at it. If even they were able to say they loved it, if even they were able to wish for love, perhaps that says that meaning lies in my everything. What Wowaka is saying here is that even if you get nothing out of something that you strive your hardest for, can you really say that you loved what you did? You gotta really think long and hard about if this is truly something that you enjoyed doing or enjoyed doing. People often find that their lives feel like they're nothing, that what they're doing with their lives feels like nothing. But I often find that when you feel like you're doing nothing with your life and it feels like a rotating circle that continues on an endless cycle forever and ever, you gotta understand that sometimes even if you enjoyed it for one single second, that is where the love lies in what you do with whatever you do in life. He goes on to say, hey, if you're going to express your love right now, exactly who is it inside of your heart? Wrenching open the box, holding your heart. Come on, show yourself. Who is an exact lookalike to me? If I can become love, then what color is that color now? Loneliness cannot be sorted out by a symbol. I lived shouldering my own heart. Now this lyric really explains a lot about the symbolic nature of love. Love is often perceived as sharing a life with someone and embracing that person for who they are, and hopefully you feel an expectation of being accepted by that person and being loved by that person. But love can also come in many shapes and forms. But Wowaka is saying, who is the one that you are going to love inside of your heart? Is it an exact lookalike to you? He's saying if you are going to love and express it, what is it that you are expressing your love to? Is it yourself? Is it your passion? Is it to someone? Is it to something? If you can become love itself, the meaning of love, what color is that color now? Is it colorful or is it lackluster of any color at all? When he says that you are trying to sort out your loneliness by a symbol, just because you do something does not mean that loneliness will ever go away. And it's something that you have to carry with you for the entirety of your life. I had a friend that unfortunately passed away to taking his own life, and I hold him deep within my heart because I know for a fact that he didn't leave with the expectation of being loved, and that loneliness couldn't be sorted out by a symbol. And his symbol that he tried to use in his life, unfortunately, was a person. Wowaka says, I lived shouldering my own heart. You got to understand that just because things aren't working out right now doesn't mean that they will never work out. You gotta live by shouldering your own heart, and what that means is to understand what brings you love and happiness and how you can express that to others in a natural way. Understand that even if loneliness comes in the form of someone not understanding how you feel, that's okay. You are the one that will be shouldering your own heart. And if it comes to a point where you gotta take a break, you gotta just do something different, that is okay. Because if you can become love, you are capable of anything in life. And that's what I believe Wowaka is saying here. He goes on to say, pseudo doppelgangers overflowed over there. And finally today, at the end of it all, they who created things void of heart give up and wash their hands of it all. Bye. You left behind and are in this place even now, holding back your tears. Why? I know that this place has been protected by you all along. This lyric really means a lot to me. I haven't expressed my love for unknown Mother Goose up until now, but I will say that this song is one of the most cherished songs to me, which I've got to see live in person. I've seen the terrors of humanity, and I've seen what things that have been created void of heart, as Wowaka describes, be abused by other people towards others. It is something that I cannot fathom why people continue to behave this way. I understand that people make mistakes, and trust me, we are all not perfect in our own ways. Even if you are holding back your tears towards the amount of hurt you are receiving, just don't hold it back. Why are you holding it back is what Wowaka is saying. Expressing your emotions is understanding who you are in your place in time. The place that you are in has been protected by you all along. This is what Wowaka is saying. As long as you understand that maybe you're not in the best situation, you understand at least that you need some space, that you need to just talk to it with someone, anyone in life. When my friend had passed away, it was really hard to get through that moment in time because I had gone through the same feelings over several years, and I've heard experiences from other people in my life. But I know for a fact that I've gotten through my experiences by just sharing words of emotion with those that I truly feel comfortable with, and that's totally okay. But what you are doing by talking to people is protecting yourself from the darkness that consumes our world. And it's a very important note that Wowaka mentions. Moving forward, he says, I've grown far too accustomed to pain and the like, the joy, anger, grief, and pleasure that I continue to circle through thousands upon thousands of times. If the joy I can't part with is in this world, will I end up turning even that unrelinquishable grief into a black sheep within this heart? I sure wouldn't like that. This is also describing the worn down feeling of going through a lot of pain and misery in your life, but also understanding that the cycle of going through joy, anger, grief, pleasure can weigh down a heart so much. Not being able to let go of the joy that you've enjoyed for so long, the thing that is holding you down, the thing that is causing you pain. Would you even be a different person? Would you turn into a different person? Is what Wowaka is saying. I don't think anyone would like that. And that's why Wowaka says, I sure wouldn't like that. But Wowaka says, just how can I love this world? Am I gonna be continuing to roll on forever? Hey, I think I might as well take those feelings unnoticed by all and reveal them to the world with this song. Wowaka is saying, how could you love the world where you cannot feel that joy forever? You question if you are continue to follow the cycle of pain forever. But if you understand and take the time to really understand what you are feeling, that no one would even consider noticing at all, you could reveal them to those that don't even realize what you are feeling, and confront those feelings and understand that you need to move on. Wowaka continues to say, what would you wish for? What would you desire for? My heart creaking lives in this moment more than anyone else's. Can you see? Can you see? Is that the light that illuminates my future path? What Wowaka is saying here is that despite any sort of heartbreak that you feel in your life, despite any emotional turmoil that you go through, what do you wish for? He is asking the listener to question what they wish for in their life. What do you desire? What is it that you truly want out of your life, and why? We often go through life not questioning what we want, and it's very important that we do question what we want, because realistically, in this day and age of social media that we live in, it is often shown that social media dictates a lot of what we want out of life, what our life should be like. We idolize people that we follow, thinking that this is what we desire and this is what dictates our lives, when realistically it should be the other way around. You should understand that you need to question what you would want out of your life. It's very important that people do this, because I don't want my words to dictate your life more than I don't want your words to dictate my life. Our happiness, desires, and love that we want to share, that we want to find, should come from the desire within our hearts. And once we find it, that's the light that illuminates your future path to come. This is what Wowaka is saying. And the final verse that Wowaka says in No Mother Goose goes like this. Hey, if you're going to scream about your love, I'll be right here. Words may be excessive, but the stream continues on. If I was to express my love, that everything is this song. That story unknown to all, it seems I've gone and hummed it once again. This verse is very much describing what pure love is. Because if you are realistically going to talk about your love and what you view that as, at least having one person there to say it to is enough. And that's what Wowaka says. I'll be right here. Tell me all your feelings. Even if words may be excessive, your dream will continue on. The dream that you are experiencing continues. Just know that it's okay to talk about it once again. There are things in life where I've talked to a friend once, many times, about a situation that's happened in my life, but they don't really take it literally because I know for a fact that it's okay to talk and reflect upon life, because you know for a fact that those are just chapters in your life. One day you'll laugh about it. This has been my first deep dive into a Vocaloid song, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I wish you all a good day and take care.